in the gas and the delegates who came from different corners of the Southern Railway. First of all, I thank Comrade Chandan Pillai, who during the course of inauguration, he has touched many valuable words, which is useful for the trade union movement nowadays. It is very useful for the trade union movement nowadays, because after the frequent change of the situation, the trade union movement is not in one place. It is now changing day by day. How we are starting organizing the association, that position is not remained today. It is changed because of the fact the attitude in the government, attitude in the judiciary, it has been completely changed. Judiciary even previously given some relaxation, concession to the working class movement. Now judiciary is acting on behalf of the ruling party. They have already prevented order issued from the Supreme Court that you as a working class movement, you cannot go on strike. That is a striking power seized by the judiciary. Although they are not having the power of any amendment to the rule is made by the parliament, but judiciary intervening into this matter, and they are saying that you cannot go into strike. Strike is the last weapon of the working class. So that situation is prevailing nowadays. But on the other, situation is changed also. On the other, situation is changed because of the fact Comrade Chandan Pillai has already explained about the American policy. Some comrades may say, why you are bringing the American policy into the trade union movement? It is very correct. We don't want to bring it also. But unfortunate thing is, American policy is completely thrust upon our country. Because American policy, due to IMF World Bank system, they have already introduced to exploit the third world countries and enrich their own countries. And NATO is also functioning in between. This is the situation nowadays. Trade union movement cannot avoid this situation. They have to think about this issue. Why this situation has come? Because our country has taken the loan of 600 crores of rupees, 6,000 crores of rupees, 1,000 times, for the development of the railway. And the conditionalities whichever given by the IMF and World Bank, that condition is that whenever you have taken the loan, till such time loan is not refunded, you cannot go into strike. Your industry should be strike free. Working class cannot move for the strike for their own demands. That is one of the bitter experience and bitter condition which were imposed by the IMF and World Bank loan. Now that America is now to education in different parts of the country, parts of the world. Education is there. Even in their own country, there is a big education. That's why you are keeping unnecessary soldiers in Iraq. Because Iraq's position is now becoming very dangerous for the American policy. Britain Army Chief also already said some days before there was a news. They have already said that there is no justification of keeping our army in Iraq. This is the situation nowadays. And on the second situation is, worldwide, all the trade unions are assembling together. All trade unions are coming forward. They came into one platform. Even the World Trade Union, WFTO, ICFTO, whatever is there, they are now assembled together. All countries' trade unions coming together. Our country trade union is also given the slogan that we should go with the united working class movement of the world. So naturally, it is a dangerous thing before the American policy. In that situation, we are holding our conference here. You must understand, comrade, we are holding conference in such a way that they are our new cadres who are coming from open market. They are now associated with the association. And association is only association, our association, which can only serve the purpose of the demands of the and rights of the entire document. But you can imagine that still we have to perform so many hours of work. RSC 2002 is one part is not yet been cancelled. On the other part, they are quickly implementing on the other part. The long link of passenger and mail express train they used to run in different trains. On the other hand, the payment system, whichever is actually suppressed by the RSC 2002 committee. That committee actually useless committee. Administrative committee that has been done. And that committee has got no base. That committee should not be work like that because they did not consider for what purpose the payment portion is introduced. It is there in the 1946 Railway Board Chairman's letter where he has already completed mentioning that why payment is there because running staff pay is not fixed at appropriate level. It is not fixed at the appropriate level. So that is what one portion of the payment is compensated through the medium of the mileage. That is there. Another conspiracy which the chairman Railway Board said at that time before the adjudicators award, where he mentioned that what is payment portion? Because if you introduce the payment portion through the medium of, if they earn the mileage, then they will have to perform more hours of work. More hours of work they will have to perform the running staff. And you can extract much work from them, whichever introduced later on. You know, earlier there was a fight against this, there was a fight fight for the reduction of duty hours. Both the recognized federation leadership agreed to this point with the Railway Minister Purimal Ghosh, where they had said that 14 hours duty will be the appropriate duty for the running hours. 14 hours means not from signing on to signing off. If required in between, 1 hour duty can be enhanced by the order number also. That was the condition which was prevailing at that time. But we fought it like anything. You know, Fireman Council, they had first of all started fighting against the duty hours. Then, Local Running Staff Association formed totally at Bejwada conference, where we are going to meet after 25 years. In that Bejwada conference, all the Fireman Council, Directors Council, Assistant Directors Council, Local Running Staff Association, whichever taken part in 1965 through the medium of Jamnagar Revision. There, all the Fireman Council and all the Running Staff Association, they had come forward. They had met together at Bejwada in 1970, 25th August. After that only this association has been formed. After formation of this association, why I am telling so? Because it is a culmination, very big difference is going on. New cadets are coming into the running category. Running category termed as a strategic category of railwaymen. That has been done by the Government of India as well as Ministry of Railways. And they say that this category has got the important role to play. What important role we will have to play? We will have to play important role in earning of the exchequer of the country, in taking soldier arms, ammunition up to the border. We will have to play this important role. An important role is to keep the market in a stable situation. This is our duty. This is railway's introduction, but our contribution. And we are doing that, and we are fighting also for our rights. But earlier, whatever the working condition was there, that has been must change. You know it very well. If you go through the earlier working condition, and if you go through the present working condition, whichever here in heaven difference, and outlook of the government is also changed due to our organizational fight. And we are still fighting. It is not like that we have already abundantly fighting. We are still fighting and continue to fight. Without fighting, you can't change your whatever anti-working class attitude imposed by the government. You cannot change it till that time you are not fighting. It is in case of everybody, every working class movement. You know it very well. Yesterday we were discussing about the 29th September strike. I am again retelling the same. September 29th strike, we have taken the decision. In the railway industry, only we can change the whatever tradition is there, tradition can be changed in the railway industry through the medium of our fight. Otherwise it cannot be fight. Now again 14 December has come, and they are working class going to movement. one day to construct. Industrial site will be there. So, what should be our role in that? That we will have to decide in our All India PTM also. But discussion should take place. What will be our attitude? How we can change the government attitude? How we can change the government and the working class attitude? Then only we can find out the way and means by which we can progress together. Otherwise it will not be possible for us. We should also keep it in our mind. I am actually quite satisfied. Yesterday, one complaint was raised from Madras Division, very correctly, that what is the struggle of history of the struggle of the Lokuran staff? Is it one day or 2 days it has been done? No. It is continuously, years together, we fought on our justified grounds. Then only some changes is going to take place. But it will take some time. Take such time, every local staff is thinking, this is our organization. We must get our own demands. We must get our own, fight out the entire anti-working class decision of the government. Then only it will be possible that we will near future, we will have a very good local staff association. Though we have to some extent changes there, we demanded at the time that we should be termed as locomotive engineer, but that has not been granted by the government of India. Not considered by the 4th or 5th pay commission. Now again we are raising that question, that we must be taken as a locomotive engineer. Some people were telling that, well, you are not having any engineering degree. Yes, we are not having any engineering degree. At the same time, the DME, departmental DME, departmental DE, are they having any engineering degree? The section engineer, are they having any engineering degree? If they don't have any engineering degree, then what is the bar for us? Why will not be termed as a locomotive engineer? That locomotive engineer was there at Britain. In Britain it is there. In Japan it is there. Those who are running the trains there, we have got connection with them. We know them. For their solidarity we have already fought before the British Commissioner Office once upon a time. So naturally all the history is there, which may show us a proper way by which we can develop our organization. This organization should be taken as a very important organization. That is why I am already mentioning this. This organization, today I am here as a General Secretary, tomorrow I may not be here. Or it is certain that tomorrow I will not be there. I want these young people, those who have come from the open market, those who are having the high qualification, when government is trying to change the qualification standard, they should come forward and fight, because they will have to fight for the next 30 years when they will work. They will have to fight for the 30 years. So naturally, their role will be very much important role. And just before the All India BTM, 17th BTM, while Southern Railway is holding their own BTM, I think because the other railway also with preparedness that leadership should be in a proper manner. There must be check-up by the cadres to the leadership. Leadership may do any wrong mistake, any mistake, but that should be checked by the cadres. Cadres should have thorough knowledge by which they should work. So, in your conference, you should discuss every point. I am not touching other points, because other point is not necessary. We will have to go into a strike for the RDC 2002 cancellation. We will have to go. Minister given us the assurance that it will not be implemented, but it has not yet been cancelled. Our demand of pay remains for all the purposes 60% pay remains. That has not been considered. Our demand of 75% pay remains for the retirement benefits. That has not been considered. Now we will have to fight against that. We will have to fight HAR, whichever is not yet been reviewed. We will have to fight for review of the HAR. We will have to fight for the reduction of duty hours, turning out as a continuous to intensive, and our duty hours should be 6 hours. That has not yet been done. Indian Transport Committee, which holds their conference under the Ailrsa system, they have already taken decision. Any driver who is moving the train 5 hours or more, their duty hours cannot be 14 hours or 12 hours or 10 hours. They must be termed as intensive classification with 6 hours duty. But that has not been done. Now, long link are going to be introduced. That link hours is more than 11 hours, 12 hours. When so much of intensive clarification is there, so much. Now taxation is there while moving the trains. So it should not be implemented for the purpose of the local running staff to run a train. So that should be stopped. Now Chairman Railway Board is telling that 140 kilometer speed will be introduced in the train system. 140. Whether our soil, whether our line capacity, is it for the 140? It is not like Japan. Japan drought peak system is there. So naturally their capacity of absorption of running speed, that is more. Bullet is running, that is 385 kilometers. It is not San Francisco, where by sleeping only you cannot feel that your gauge is changed from meter gauge to broad gauge. This is India. Still there is no that. Lalu Prasad Yadav is telling that railway is making the profit-making industry now, became the profit-making industry. He is giving lecture at Baroda training school. He is giving lecture to the other people of the abroad, those who are coming to him. But nobody knows it. What is the stock capacity of the railway? It was earlier, it was 20 lakhs. Now it is 15.5 lakhs. It will be planned. It has already been planned What is the local running staff position? Local running staff position is, of course, our railway committee, different zonal committee, they are very reluctant to give any position of the staff president. They are not giving. Despite I have asked for them, then you said what is how your staff is decreasing. You send total particulars. It has not been said. But I have collected, I have got the entire information. That information is, it was earlier 96,000 during the steam period. Then it came down to 84,400. Now it has come down to 96,000. But on road it is 57,100. When this frequency, when this frequent reduction of the staff is there, staff strength is there. On the other side, new services are increasing day by day. Trains are increasing day by day. But new posts are not created. Then how to fight it back? There must be each and every member of the local running staff should take part in that fight. Then only it is possible. It is not by any leadership they can change this idea. Leadership cannot change this idea till the time the cadets are taking part into the education. So this must be understood for me. So that is why I am telling you, just before the 17th BGM, in the 17th BGM we will have to take new dimension of trade union movement. New dimension of the trade union movement, which is very much required nowadays, because trade union movement is not standing in one place, it is moving very quickly, very frequently it is moving, and it is gearing up. So naturally, cadres should also educate them and gearing up their educational mood, then only it can be done. With this word, I thank you all and I congratulate all of you for giving me a chance for taking part in the primarily in the very important role of the All India Local Running Staff Association Conference of Southern Railway. With that, I conclude.